Hey friends, Merry Christmas. That's right, today is Christmas Day, and I'm officially 57 years old today. That is so exciting to me because every year seems to get better and better. I know a lot of people hate getting older, but it's a blessing, and I feel really blessed to be here. So that's my message today. And over the holidays, everybody freaks out because they eat everything and gain some weight. I don't want you to freak out. So today I'm going to give you my top 7 things to get back on track or to stay on track, however you want to look at it. But we're coming up to a new year and we want to make sure that we come into that new year feeling fantastic. And I can honestly say I feel better in my 50s than I did throughout my 40s and 30s. When I was in my 30s, my kids were young and I really just didn't have time to take care of myself, or I didn't make the time. Now I do make the time and I love it. I love being with my grandkids. I love all of that. So let's talk about first thing. First thing I say, drink water. Drink water. Okay, so how much water? In the certification for CrossFit nutrition, the recommendation was drink until you're not thirsty anymore. But if you're somebody like me who just didn't get thirsty or who drank Diet Coke instead of water, I shoot for a gallon a day. The more hydrated you can be, the better. Having said that, you will need to add either some Celtic salt or some electrolytes. So you're not flushing out all the good minerals out of your body at the same time. Drink your water. Shoot for a gallon. Okay? The worst thing that happens is you don't hit it and you have a good amount of water all day long. And if you add a glass of water before a meal, you'll typically feel full a lot faster. So there's no downside to that. You can have flat water, you can have sparkling water, no sugar. Unsweetened tea is fine, no sugar. And no artificial sweetener in the tea either. That brings me to my second point. No sugar of any kind. No table sugar, no pasta, no white breads. Get rid of your white stuff, okay? You don't need it. Honestly, it's just not healthy for you. It does not serve you. And if you can shop and pick up things with only single ingredients, it's going to serve you very well. Best thing I ever did for myself was ditch the sugar. And I've shared with y'all before that I am a retired pastry chef and baker, baked hundreds of loaves a week and sold them and loved to. I still bake. I still make sourdough just about every single day, but I don't eat it. I maybe have a slice every now and again, but truthfully, it was not serving my goals for myself. And it really inflamed my body, and that really caused a lot of inflammation, and inflammation caused a lot of pain. So just cut it out. All right, that brings me to number 3, and I touched on this. Keep to single ingredient foods. Now I know that's a hard thing to do, but with practice, it will get to be so easy and you'll see those results, and results really make us motivated. But I want you to be dedicated because motivated is not enough. You have to be dedicated. Even when you don't see the results in the scale, even when you're not seeing things changing, believing that inside you are changing and you will eventually hit that goal. So that mindset piece is super important. So let's go over it again. Drink your water, eat no sugar, stick to single ingredient foods. Now comes number 4. We're going to keep our carbs as low as possible. I know and people say, yes, carbs are good for you. And of course you can have carbs, but the lower that the lower that you keep your carbs, the more that your body's going to burn fat. And that is our goal. We want our bodies to burn up all the excess fat that we have on our bodies so that we can maintain a weight that we are comfortable at, right? So we want to concentrate then, this is number 5, concentrate on those healthy fats, proteins at each meal, 30 to 50 grams per meal. Start with 30 and work your way up. Looking at eggs and meats and cheeses, okay? Those are my 3 top things to eat. Because those are the things that are going to keep my metabolism nice and satiated or revved up and burn off the fat. We're going to number 6, take some you time. This is really important. We get so busy doing our to-do list that we don't pencil ourselves in for some you time. And what do I mean by you time? Time to take a walk, time to dance, time to go to the spa, time to do anything that's just for you, because we need to renew our spirit. I've heard it said a million times, you cannot pour from an empty cup, but it's true. How do you give of yourself when there's nothing left of yourself? So we have to really be mindful that we are putting good stuff back into our lives, not just our bodies, our lives. And number 7, challenge your muscles. So whether you work out with weights or bands or a Pilates reformer or just body weight itself, you've got to challenge those muscles. You got to keep away the osteopenia and the osteoporosis. We want our muscles and our bones to be strong for a really long time. We are always working for our 90-year-old plus self, right? However, where God gives us to live, we want to be the healthiest that we can be then. So I want to give you some resources too. This is called Good Fat is Good for Women, and it's based in menopause, which most of my listeners were right there, right? At 57, I'm obviously post-menopause, but I will share with you that I did get off of my HRT because of my leg problem, my leg neuropathy. And so I'm back into the land of night sweats. I'm back into the land of sleepless nights. Lots of fun that. And I am working my way off of that. So I am working to do some supplementation that is all natural to help me get through that. But in the meantime, I'm suffering through it just like everybody else. HRT is wonderful, and it was super helpful for me for the 2 years that I was on it. But unfortunately, I needed to go off of it because of my leg problems. So always balancing, always tweaking things. Things just don't stay the same. And earlier this year, I had a big upswing in weight when I had to get off of HRT. So I've had to level out. And these 7 things are the way that I did that. Primarily switching to a ketovore lifestyle. So very low carb, lots of healthy fats, lots of meat. And I'm telling you, this is a very good resource. So you should read it. It does a lot of explaining. And then, of course, motivate yourself with a nice, I totally got this. There's a ton of these things. And I got this one at Target just because I thought it was so motivating and I really liked it. I can find my glasses and I want to read you something. I love to share. Whatever I find, I love to share it. And they have great quotes in every single page. Let's see if I can find one. A quilt may take a year, but if you just keep doing it, you get a quilt. So just some fun things, right? My passion, we're all gathered together like the fingers that made a fist. No matter what happens, if I get pushed down, I'm going to come right back up. That was Doris Day, by the way. I'll read one more because I love these things. I love quotes. This is the fast lane, folks, and some of us like it here. That is Hunter Thompson. Okay, maybe one more. When we own our stories, we get to write the ending. And isn't that true? We do get to write the ending, and our ending is going to be spectacular because we are going to take control of our lives. 2025 is going to be the best year. The best. Repeat after me. 2025 is going to be the best year. The best year for my health, the best year for my wealth, the best year for my friends and my family. The best year, period. 2025, we're coming for you. And we're going to drink our water, and we're going to ditch the sugar, and we're going to stick to single ingredient foods, and we're going to keep our carbs low. We're going to concentrate on those healthy fats and those proteins, and we're going to take some time for ourselves, and we're going to challenge our muscles. So in that line of thought, there is a challenge coming up that I am doing with another coach. Her name is Vicki Poole, and she is a hypnotist. And the challenge is on ditching the sugar and adding the shimmy. So I'm doing this drop the sugar portion of it, and she is doing the hypnotist part of it and the motivational part. So she's a really great mindset coach and also a health coach. And then we are bringing in a belly dancer to help us find our shimmy and our shake because you have to move and have good nutrition for this all to work well, right? Nutrition is about 80% of it, and 20% is about movement. But our muscles need to be strong enough to continue to move. So we want to do these things in congruence, and we wanted it to be fun. So I'm going to drop a link in the show notes. It doesn't start till I think the first week in January. I'll drop a link. I'm going to be doing a daily recipe that is sugar-free and packed with protein. And I will be giving a whole talk on why we want to ditch the sugar, all the sciencey stuff. And then Vicki will be doing daily work with you, both on meditations and affirmations, and then also doing some hypnosis. And then we'll have our belly dancer, whose name I actually don't know, come in and teach the dance steps. So we'll do the step by step, and then we'll have a dance at the end that we can all perform together on Zoom. So there you have it. So my 57-year-old self wishes you a very Merry Christmas and many blessings for the new year. And I love to connect with everybody. So if you could, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that love button and leave a comment if you wish. If you have questions, I'm always here to answer them. And I will see you in the next episode, my friends. Keep in touch. Also, I will drop a link to the newsletter if you want to have much of this in writing. It will be there too. Sending you all love and prayers for a wonderful new year.